It is kind of a unique room with 44 kids, and the first time I walked in there, I'm like, what in the world is going on in here? But it's really cool to watch how they interact and work together. Up next is Anjanette Kraus. She teaches English for us here at the high school. And we're just got to hook her computer up quick.
I did a little experiment this year. I'm going to preface this by saying I was born in the 70s. I grew up without technology. I think I probably didn't even encounter the internet until my sophomore year of college. So I'm saying this stuff, it's easy if you play with it. We're just going to go with that. So what I did this year is I attempted to grade paperless, and I also kind of experimented with the idea of getting my kids to publish their work online using a particular site called Kidblog. What I loved about Kidblog is that it was easy, it was user-friendly, it was meant for somebody like me who dabbled in technology but have never really grown up with it. What is Kidblog? That's what we're going to get to first here. Kidblog is a website that's created especially for educators and learners. Kidblog enables learners to basically blog or publish their writings to the website. Learners can also view their classmates' writing and provide comments and feedback. What's best is that it's free and it's user-friendly, and that's something that I needed. With this, let's see, I'm seeing if I could flip this here to go through. It looks different on my computer than it does on the screen. I have to get used to that. So, user-friendly, free. That's what we like. So why blog? Why put kids' work online? It creates a real, authentic audience for writers. I'm going to admit this. So many times we have our kids write essays, we have them write research papers, reports, etc. But so often maybe they only show it to a friend, if we're lucky. If we're really lucky, maybe they may show it to parents, but perhaps usually that writing only goes to the teacher. And the teacher oftentimes is really the only real audience. So what if we put this out for everybody to see? That sounds kind of scary, but it's a real authentic audience and it works. Students practice giving and receiving feedback instantly. All right, I have a confession to make. As an English teacher, I get inundated with about 80 essays when it's time to come in, especially at the end of the semester. I can't give feedback in a timely purpose. It will take me about a week. Even though I now grade paperlessly, it still takes about a week to give back real feedback to the kids. If we put it on a blog, have it available for all the kids to view at once and practice giving each other feedback, they receive that feedback instantly, and that's what they want. So once they receive that feedback, sometimes they can return in their essays after they've made corrections and so forth. So it works kind of like peer editing, except for we're using technology and a publishing format to do this peer editing. Students practice collaboration and become accountable to group writing. It also fits this standard, and this standard actually comes directly out of the 6 through 12 language arts standards. And I believe this is for grade 9. Use technology, including the internet, to produce and publish writing and to interact and collaborate with others. That's actually a real standard in the language arts. So this fits that method and it covers it perfectly. My findings, because I finally had kids publish their work to a Kidblog in which they were able to have the whole classroom see it, as well as my other classrooms that are connected to Kidblog. I have found this. When you get those 80 essays in, when we handed in papers in the past, typically you'd have about 5 of those late people. And for those of you who have taught English or language arts, getting those essays late, it can be overwhelming. It can be, especially if you made it to number 50 and now you have 5 more to go. But late written work decreased significantly. In fact, this year, this is a huge finding. I have had only one late essay, and I have about 125 students. That is huge. That has never happened before. So by giving them an authentic audience, they became accountable to each other. And yeah, only one late essay. That was pretty amazing to me. Plagiarism decreased significantly. Sometimes I catch those kids. I don't mean to be the mean teacher, but we need them to do their own work. And because they were accountable to each other and it was viewed by a classroom audience, I'm going to say this. Kids know each other better than maybe I know them. They know who can write and who may be trying to go on the fly by doing this plagiarism stuff, but I didn't find any plagiarism this time around. That was pretty amazing. It was also an extra space to store written work for backup purposes because I was experimenting this year and having them turn in their papers paperlessly through email, and then I would grade them using my iPad and new annotate and send them back. We had a little glitch at times. Sometimes they would forget to save their work before it was sent in an email, and I'd open up a blank nothing. But because they published to Kidblog first, it worked as an extra storage space. Therefore, if something came up missing, I could simply go back to Kidblog where they were getting the feedback to begin with, and we were able to pull it up from there. Save their kids on their grades. So it worked as an awesome storage device for that particular event. So, what the heck does Kidblog look like? Let's take a look at that. As Mr. Gertz has said before, the iPad has changed the way we distribute work. I still do the old method of putting it on my whiteboard and making a weekly calendar for what we're doing, but we also have the wiki. With the wiki, I have my syllabus, I have my calendar, I have my essential agreements, but it's also my way that I hook up to Kidblog. So if we go to Kidblog, we could instantly get there. And with my English 9 kids, what I have done is I've had kind of a running list of their journals for their particular novels. They did novel work, and I could simply pull up a kid and see how many journals he has done instantly. Along with that, I had my 12th graders actually publish all of their essays online. Our last essay for last semester, we worked as kind of an experiment. We have this idea of collaboration going on. Kids helping each other do the best work as possible, okay, with my guidance. What if we created a classroom essay? What if all the kids got together and decided, okay, let's each write an attention getter. Let's see if we could mesh these attention getters, which thesis is going to work the best. And so what each class did is they created a classroom essay using everybody's work combined. Therefore, Macbeth essay, hour 2. I had the best work possible. Probably some of the best essays that I have read in a long time. And they corrected each other, they helped each other. And then what happened was hour 3 was also able to provide comments and instant feedback to the other class. So it's not just collaboration in the classroom, it's collaboration beyond the classroom. So other hours were able to see other people's work and provide instant feedback. So it wasn't just the classroom audience, but it was their peer audience beyond just my contained classroom. So it was pretty exciting to see what kind of feedback they could get. And they could also provide summarization. Now, Kidblog is pretty easy to use. It was user-friendly. It's kind of like setting up a classroom system in which you would do for grading. But you could check and flag all of the comments. You could do a new post of your own and participate. You could review posts. And in the real work world, they are going to be providing feedback and taking feedback all of their lives, so why not implement it now? So, it has been an experiment. It's been a fun thing that we have done. And not only did we use it within our classroom, but it went beyond.